Modern Era Hall of Fame inductee, Joyce Lorraine Cole. Varsity letter winner in gymnastics. 1989, 1990, 1991, 1992. Lori was born on June 5, 1970 in Norman, Oklahoma. Growing up in Tulsa, she fell in love with gymnastics while watching the 1976 Olympics. Attempting to emulate Olga Corbett and Nadia Comaneci, Lori would do flips all over the furniture in her parents' home. Her mother decided to enroll her in classes at Gymnastics Country USA at age 8, stating, quote, "It was either gymnastics or keep buying new furniture." Lori attended Booker T. Washington High School, which did not have a gymnastics program, so she continued to compete through her private gym, winning the state championship on the uneven bars and the all-around in 1987. She was the state runner-up on vault, floor, and all-around in her senior season, which she capped by winning the U.S. Gymnastics Federation National Championship on the floor exercise. While highly recruited, Lori was set on attending the University of Oklahoma, the alma mater of many of her family members. The Sooner culture was so ingrained that Lori was even, quote, potty trained on an OU toilet seat. However, during her visit to Iowa, Lori fell in love with the academics and the atmosphere, ultimately choosing to enroll in the fall of 1988. Lori burst onto the scene as a freshman, setting the school record on the floor exercise in her very first meet. She won the all-around in 3 of the first 4 meets and introduced fans to the difficult triple fold. She was the runner-up on floor exercise at the Big Ten Championships, being named to her first of 3 All-Big Ten teams and qualifying for the NCAA Regionals. During her sophomore season, Lori set school records on the floor exercise and all-around, again qualified for the NCAA Regionals, and captured the Big Ten title on the floor exercise, becoming the first Big Ten champion in Iowa women's gymnastics history. Her junior year was even better. Lori led the team to a second-place finish at the Big Ten Championships, the highest in team history. Along the way, they broke 4 individual and 4 team records, earning the first team berth in an NCAA regional. Individually, Lori won the Big Ten title on the balance beam and all-around, and was named Big Ten Gymnast of the Year. As a senior, she set the Iowa record on the floor exercise and the all-around before her season was cut short due to injury just prior to the Big Ten Championships. Despite not competing at the Big Ten Championships, Lori was still named to the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics All-Decade Team, the only active gymnast to earn that honor. Lori was also named Iowa's Gymnast of the Decade and a member of the Iowa Women's Athletics All-Decade Team. Lori currently resides in the Colony, Texas, with her husband Ron and their 2 sons, Keston and Dominic, where she has been an elementary teacher since 2003. She's earned 2 Teacher of the Year awards and published the children's book, Jax's Big Adventure. I present to you Joyce Lorraine Cole, University of Iowa.
He's still doing it. Well, hello, Hawkeye fans. I've got my technology. Welcome to the world of technology. It's been a great pleasure to be here today and this weekend. It's been more than I could even imagine. My experience at Iowa was amazing, but it was just a small 4 years of my life. I joined Delta Gamma, where I met my husband, Ron, and he saved my life, or I should say saved me from losing my car because I kept getting all these speeding tickets. Not speeding, I was good. I never got speeding tickets, but I kept getting parking tickets. I know y'all can't even imagine that, right? I mean, parking on campus is so easy, and you know, my parking place was over in Binkbine, and in the middle of winter, walking, no big deal. So, of course, I parked illegally a lot. I met Ron, and he worked for the parking department. And so, it was the days before you could actually, you know, put it in the computer because there wasn't any. So he would go and take them out of the box for me, and it was awesome, and we fell deeply in love after that. And so, on that note, being a part of Iowa and Iowa gymnastics meant the world to me, and being able to take the sport of gymnastics to a new level at the University of Iowa. It was definitely a group effort, a team effort, with the help of lots of coaches and teammates. And I can't thank Libby enough. I was so overwhelmed at the induction today. The entire gymnastics team welcomed me. And it was so thank you so much. And what I didn't realize until today is the impact that I have made on those girls. So it was very touching, so thank you. Okay, face on, here I go. I'm going to do something maybe a little different than that's been done before, and I'm going to give a message that I hope you'll leave with a positive and possibly a new outlook on life. I've always been a bubbly and energetic person, an on-the-go kind of person, and it's due to my incredible supportive family that's helped shape me into the person I am today. But it was my outlook on life and how I chose to live each day that was the game changer. My beautiful grandmother, who's here today, 91, and if you've seen her, you're not going to believe she's 91. She's, 60. And she always instilled in me the saying, live, love, laugh. My grandfather, who's looking down on me right now and beaming with pride, I got my red hair and athletic talent from. He is, at least he always boasted that. He is in 2 Hall of Fames and for tennis. And now somehow he's in the Iowa one too, because his picture's on there. So yeah, he's still making a comeback. And then, excuse me, my mom and dad, I've always had told me to always do your best, no matter what you're doing in life. My brother taught me that FAIL stands for first attempt in learning. And then, as well, he taught me to appreciate nature. My Hawkeye husband, Ron, of 22 years, and the father of our incredible boys, Keston Niall, yes, named after Niall Kinnick, and Dominic John, which we call Nick, yes, short for Kinnick, of course, is my rock, and a reminder that communication is the key in life. And, well, sports is life, at least in our family, according to my 3 boys. And our dinner table constantly consists of sports talk. Fantasy football, fantasy baseball, use the stats here and there. Yes, it's more than I can handle. But I do love every moment of it. So, my motto has become now, live life, love life, laugh lots along the way. Don't get caught up in the whys of life, but make the most of every moment. Several years ago, I heard a poem called The Dash by Linda Ellis. If you have never heard it, I highly recommend you read it. But in short, it talks about the line or that dash in between our birth date and our death date, and how it is representing everything in between. Here's a portion of the poem I found impactful. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? My parents instilled in me from a very young age, whatever you do in life, do it with pride and do the best you can. No matter what the task, whether it was taking out trash, doing homework, flipping in gymnastics, teaching students, just do it with a great attitude and give it your all. I've tried my best to live by this and helped me achieve many successes and dreams. The past year, for me personally, has been mind-blowing, and it's because of the hard work and effort I've put into life. I published my first book, Jack's Big Adventure, www.jgordon.com. Then I was honored this year as Teacher of the Year at my school, where I've taught for the past 11 years. I was a top 5 finalist for my school district, who happens to be the same school district that Hayden Fry's daughter Robin works at. So her and I are very good friends. We opened our first business, my husband and I opened our first business, franchise business, Supercuts, in May, and I do not cut hair. Run if you see me cutting. My oldest graduated high school and is currently on an academic scholarship at the University of Akron for corrosion engineering. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I don't either. And just found out I'm going to be speaking at the STEM conference in Texas to help other teachers learn how to set up a successful outdoor learning center in their schools, as I have done in mine. I truly love my job. I love teaching children. It's been a joy. And now I'm inducted into the Hall of Fame for Iowa. This has been a year to remember. My resume looks so fantastic on paper. But is this really what I want to be remembered for? So I really thought about it after the poem, and personally, when people say my name, I hope I'm remembered as the Lori, the bubbly, positive role model, a great friend, a caring teacher, an amazing woman that positively impacted the lives of others. One that has a love for gymnastics, a joy for learning, passion for teaching, and a gift for motivating others. I want my name to be synonymous with the phrase, making a positive difference in the world. When I sign my book, I always write, dream big. A good friend told me that if you put it out there in the universe, it comes true. And so I always say, the latest dream I have is not only to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, which happens, came true, no, is to be on Ellen. So if anybody has any connections, it's also to be a motivational speaker. I would like to do more speaking engagements. I've been dreaming big my whole life, but the one more step is to take is not just to dream big, but to take the risks, take the next steps to achieve your dreams. The time is now. We get trapped in a world of, I'll do it later. And we need to get rid of that mentality. So dream big and achieve. If you believe, you will achieve. Now, I want to leave you with this last thought and quote from Linda Ellis. It matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, cash. What matters most is how we live and love and how we choose to spend our dash. Thank you so much.